What's up, y'all? It's Antoine Winfield Jr., safety for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What's up, y'all? This is Jahad Wolf from the New York Giants.
What's good, y'all? This is Sterling Shepard.
This is Justin Tuck. This boy Flex Gilbert, Super Bowl 42 world champion.
Chris Godwin from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What's up? This is Saquon Barkley. Dex Lawrence II.
Yo, this is Mike Evans with the Tampa Bay Bucks.
And we about to go live on Flag on the Play.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to episode Flag on the Play, episode 82. I'm back here with the guys, man, bro. How we feeling?
We good, man. We good. Draft season, you know.
Got a broken charger in the back. Durag, that's you?
No, not me.
But no, man. Let's get to it though. Donnie, I'm gonna start with you. Obviously, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins got the bag of doom. Wow. What was your thoughts about the contract?
The Bengals are stupid because they decided to pay these guys a year later than they should have, and they could have gotten them for way cheaper if they didn't. We're talking they could have gotten Chase for about $32 million, probably. 35. I'll give it 35. Probably about 35. Could have gotten T for about 25. Instead, you had to make Jamar Chase the highest non-paid quarterback in the league after Myles Garrett completely topped over everybody else. Like, no one was close to that deal who wasn't a quarterback. The highest non-paid was, I believe it was Crosby because he just got that extension, and he was like 35.5 mil, and then Myles jumps all the way to 40, and now Chase is at 40.1, so or like 40.25 or something. Yeah, they're stupid. It's just that simple, but they're keeping their core. So as long as that core is there, they're going to have the chance to win games. But it's like I mentioned on the TikTok and I mentioned on the pod, man, if you want to keep that core, that's fine. But the one thing is you got to hit on picks. They haven't hit on a first round pick. And I mean, hit on a first round pick since Jamar Chase. Daxton Hill's been inconsistent. Myles Murphy hasn't even played, and it's too early to see what Amarius Mims is. But that's the thing, man. That's just the thing. And those few years, they were just hitting pick after pick, man. I mean, 2020, first three picks, Burrow, Higgins, Logan Wilson. Boom, you got three starters, most top 10 at their position. Obviously, T still top 5, wide receiver 2 in the league, all this stuff. So it's tough, but you had to do it, but they're still stupid.
Trey?
I'm kind of in alignment with what Donnie said. I think the bigger issue, to Donnie's point, I don't feel like, yes, they've messed up first round picks, no doubt. We've also seen a lot of other teams who have relatively decent front offices to good front offices screw up first round picks all the time. Seahawks, it's a prime example. Like, they find diamonds in the rough.
Seahawks aren't wasting a Burrow, though. That's the thing.
They're not okay. I hear you. I'm just saying we've seen them screw up first round picks and still make a good roster. The problem here, and I've said this before, the Bengals don't have the money to play this game. Mike Brown, your pockets ain't deep enough to do what you supposed to do. That's the bottom line. Because the reality is, DJ Reader should still be on that roster. Jesse Bates should still be on that roster. And these guys, I get it, they're good players and they got paid. But you should have the money to pay these guys. Like, it wasn't like you were mortgaging everything on offense. Like, you weren't. That's just the reality. You had a bunch of really high-level players on rookie contracts. You had a couple of dudes you had to pay. You had a couple of decisions here and there. But the reality is, the reason why you constantly had to go back and reconfigure everything with this roster is because you just point blank don't have the capital. And it's not because you just don't have it. It's because you haven't tried. Because the Raiders are in the same situation where the family business is football. Like, the Davis family doesn't have a bunch of supplemental income that's propping them up, and the Raiders are just something fun for Mark Davis to do. No, this is what makes Mark Davis a billionaire is the Vegas Raiders. But they've done what they've needed to do to make sure they get the money at the end of the day to maintain a roster if they hit. That's just the reality. That he hasn't done enough. So like this is cool, but unless you're going to follow this up by doing what you can as an owner to acquire more funds so you can go ahead and actually retain your roster as opposed to retaining basically 3 players, because that's really all you did. Like, you retained 3 dudes out of 22. You got 18 more to go, buddy. Like, this ain't.
Durag, what's your thoughts about Jamar and T getting this crazy type of bag?
I just think it's very dumb because you're paying Burrow, who is Burrow still the highest paid quarterback? He's one of the high. Oh, he got that crazy bag. He's still one of the highest paid quarterbacks.
Yeah,
you're spending about almost $70 million between 2 receivers. I mean, T. Higgins is great and all, but I always believed that T. Higgins was a luxury and not necessity for the Bengals. So I for sure would gave Chase the bag he got. He is definitely warranted of it. And I just think you should use that money elsewhere. Like, use that money to bring back Trey Hendrickson. Get him the bag he's been asking for the last 2 years and keep a star on your defense because you're going to need the defense. Because right now, you're going to score 80 points for you to win, to be in every single game because the defense is just not good at all.
Matt?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I agree with everything I've said so far. It's just like the only thing that I could think about it is like you had to do this because you're not letting Chase walk. Maybe you could live with letting Higgins walk, but I mean, the only real comparison I can make to this is the other day when I was watching the Goodfellas. You know, they talk like just how business works. You know, if you're doing business with other people, and you want to get the best out of your own deal, your own product, you grab them by the balls. This time the Bengals grabbed themselves by the balls by waiting so long to get this deal done. Like, so now here you are paying Jamar Chase as the highest, like Donnie said earlier, the highest non-QB in the league. You're paying T. Higgins a stupid amount of money, which, you know, as great as he is, I think you could have spent that elsewhere for a potential Wilson extension or Hendrickson extension. Like, it's just poorly run business to me.
Kieran, how you feel with the contract?
Man, Mike Brown, you better hit on every defensive traffic that you can. Investing three players on offense, like all that money, bro. Like, man, that'd be tough. Because like they're four with their offense is obviously like arguably the best in the league over here, but you don't hit on draft picks with this defense, it's gonna be cooked. And Trey Hendrickson might be gone. Like I don't know how they're gonna pay him. So yeah.
Josh?
By the way, don't forget they're paying Orlando Brown like $17 million a year by the way. Don't forget about that either.
Yeah.
Yo, Josh, man, how you feel about this contract?
Well, I don't love it allocating $70 million to 2 wide receivers while you're already paying your quarterback north of $55 million a year. I just think it's poor roster building, and on top of that, like you have a star defensive player, Trey Anderson, one of the best edge rushers in the entire league, and you're struggling to meet his demands. And like to me, that's just bad process. Like if anything, if you got the T. Higgins deal done as soon as possible, T. Higgins would have been making almost like much less than what he's making right now on a year basis. And the Jamar Chase contract is justified. But for me, if with how much the T. Higgins contract is going to like restrict your cap, I would have just traded him for like a second round pick, maximize the value.
No, you could have gone to first. I bet they could have gotten a first.
A first? No,
Right now, I don't think they could have got a first for the sole reason that the fact that they put him on the franchise tag. When you put him on the franchise tag and he's demanding a new contract, it's harder for him. It's harder for them to get more value. But if they traded him a year before, while he was still under contract, they could have got a first, like a late first. But they screwed themselves by not being decisive. So
it's
and Riddell was good, number one. And then number two, bro, how you feel about Jamar and T. Higgins getting the bag the way they did?
Was good, Trent. Was good, peeps up here. Haven't talked to y'all in a while. Obviously Jamar deserved it. I mean, we all recognize if some people may have him as the best receiver, but at the very least, he's top 2. Jamar is him. Surprised T got the bag that he got because the Bengals are notoriously cheap. But I think they're kind of finally realizing that you got to do what's in the best interest of your quarterback ever since Joe Burrow spoke up about it. And now they're considering bringing back Trey Hendrickson. So will they finally build a good enough roster around Joe Burrow, considering the offensive line's been trashed for so long and the defense was one of the worst defenses I've ever seen last year? We'll see. But do they deserve it? Of course. But how will they navigate the contract and the cap? I'm curious.
Yeah, I was surprised that they got. I knew Jamar was gonna get the bag, but I didn't know T was gonna get paid.
I didn't think he was gonna pay T.
Is it really that hard? Like, here's my thing. Is it really that hard to find a T Higgins? Like, is it really that hard?
What you mean by
I'm talking. Like, we all know T Higgins is great, but I'm just saying, like, the reason I'm saying this is like the Jamar contract. I understand, but I just wouldn't pay both those guys at once on top of all the money you're giving Burrow. So my thing is I would have just let one of them go. And
I mean,
finding a T Higgins is really finding a Jamar Chase is damn near impossible. Finding a T Higgins is much easier. So I don't know. That's my thing. I would have traded him away. That's just me.
Are you talking about the level of player or the archetype of player?
The level player.
I mean, what T's still a top 20 receiver in the game?
No, yeah, and that's great. But you guys know how easy it is to get a good wide receiver nowadays.
So let me ask you this, right? So let me ask you. Wait, so Donnie,
there's so many good wide receivers in the NFL.
Before you go, wait, Donnie. So you wouldn't pay like a Devontae Smith type of bag like that?
No, that's different.
It's not different.
No, it is different because Jalen Hurts is making way less money than.
No, I'm just talking about like in general because you just said like, oh, is it really that hard?
No, I don't mind paying T Higgins that money. It's just I wouldn't have done it if I was Cincinnati. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
that makes sense.
I just wouldn't have done it. You just paid Chase $40 million a year, man, and you're paying Burrow $55.
And you're already financially limited as well. So
yes,
and that's the point where I had to interject because the reality is the only reason we're having this conversation is because the Bengals are broke.
Yeah,
that's the bottom line.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the only owner that's not worth $1 billion.
Hold on, wait. I need y'all to understand something about the Bengals. The Bengals are the family that dad got a really good plant job and it got them out the hood and they right out in the suburbs in the fancy neighborhood with the rest of the motherfuckers that's really rich, but he's still driving a Honda Accord and working 12-hour shifts.
Yeah, I just looked it up. He's the Bengals owner is the only owner in the NFL, Mike Brown, who is not a billionaire. He's the only one.
Yeah, he's like 950, 975, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And at this point in his life, he's not going to change anything.
And then obviously, Green Bay doesn't have an owner, so they don't really count.
And that right there is my point. Everybody else that is playing this game, if they get a guy like Joe Burrow, if they get a guy like Jamar Chase, if they get a guy like T. Higgins, those guys are going to be retained, and it's not going to be a second thought. It's not going to be a choice. This is going to be, hey, we did our job, so now let's retain these guys and keep building. But the reason why they can do that is because the financial constraints aren't a thought. Like, nobody is looking at it and be like, damn, I ain't got the money in escrow for that. Damn. No.
To play a little devil's advocate though, like it's not normal to have a situation where you're paying Joe Burrow generational money because he's goddamn Joe Burrow.
You're right.
And if I'm not wrong, Jamar Chase is now the highest paid non-quarterback.
Yes.
Well, it's not normal because it's like this is a new thing. Like it's getting reset year by year.
What I'm saying is like you're putting a lot of money in these two deservingly so players, and then the expectation to also pay. So I don't even know where T. Higgins' contract ranks among wide receivers right now.
28.5 should be like it's definitely top 10.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's in the lower half of that top 10. I want to say.
Even if an owner made more money, like not even, even though other owners make way more money than the Bengals owner, that's still not something that they're going to just do easily to pay all three of these guys this much money.
It's not. But what I will say is most owners who are serious about wanting to win, because I think the one thing that people don't understand about the Bengals is, yes, they're cheap, but let's not misconstrue things. Mike Brown wants to win. The problem is he ain't got the money to play this game, and he never has.
He's not smart enough. We'll just say it for what it is. Like, he can't do it.
Another thing is, like Donnie said earlier, though.
Hold on, wait. I don't even know if it's so much of a smart thing because, again, this man's family business is football. People forget this man's father is Paul Brown.
Yeah, Paul Brown.
The Paul Brown. So
how's your dad Paul Brown and you weren't nothing?
Yeah, like the family business is football. So I'm not going to say he's not smart enough, but what I am saying is the reality is if any other front office hits on these level of players, nobody in their right mind is saying, yeah, we're gonna let these guys walk. If the roster looks like the way it does, they're going to say, no, we've done a damn good job. We're going to keep these guys and we're going to keep this ball rolling. The only reason why we are having this conversation is because the Bengals just don't have the money to actually keep the roster that they built. And that's honestly my biggest fear because we literally just watched it. Like, cool, they can hit and get another Jesse Bates. They can hit and get another Logan Wilson or Jermaine Pratt or whoever. When it's time for them dudes to get paid, are you going to be able to keep them?
Probably not.
You got to hold the stars in line. You'd be able to win that ring before you got to do all that. But that's just tough to bank on. So it's like, yeah.
But that's my point. At the end of the day, if you don't have the roster, if you don't have the liquid capital to actually build a roster and maintain it, because that's the issue here. Like, if you go back to like 2016 to like now, overall, that front office, despite the fact that they're probably the smallest and cheapest front office in the NFL, they've done a pretty damn good job of finding guys. They've had a bunch of dudes come through that roster. The issue they've had enough dudes that were either like high-level starters to like quality backups. They've had enough. It ain't been the greatest thing since sliced bread. But if you look back on it, it's enough dudes to where if those dudes are still on the team, you'd be like,
considering the slums that the owners have like put them in, like they've done a pretty good job.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
They've done a decent job.
I hate a lot of their draft picks though.
The issue is you can't retain these guys.
But I'm saying I don't like some of the pick. Like, what was the first round pick? They got an edge rusher, and that dude.
I mean, dude, they haven't, like I said before you joined, Riddell, they haven't hit on a first round pick since.
But that wouldn't be as big as a problem.
Jackson Hill, that was a miss. 23, Miles Murphy. I mean, it's early, but probably.
But Donnie, that wouldn't be as big as a problem.
And they got lucky with Chase Brown because they didn't even know he was going to pan out. That's why they brought in Zach Moss in the first place. Don't worry about it. And they had him as the starting running back.
If you're able to keep the players that are already solidified, that wouldn't be as big as a problem. But it's the fact that you losing those players, you get to replace those players with those draft picks. So the expectations are way higher. Daxton has to come in and replace Jesse Bates. Now it's like, whoa, you got to stress that. You got to be in here and be a good starter year one. And it's like,
and Taylor Brett, that's my thing because I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Cool. If the main point or the main problem here is they just don't have the money to maintain the roster. It really don't matter who the hell they draft or who they hit on. Because the reality is this problem is just gonna pop up again.
And it's just you ain't gonna get Jesse Bates every year now. You can't just.
I'm not saying you're gonna.
I'm not mad at them losing Jesse Bates.
What I'm saying is if you do happen to get one again.
Yeah.
Now
it's a new cycle, same cycle. Same shit, different day.
Like I'm money for 4 years and then peace.
Yeah, but at the same time,
but the thing is, like that's so valuable though. Those 4 years, they're so valuable. Like I understand, they're leaving. Most of them are probably leaving after, but dude, that's 4 years that you have them.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like I think if they were consistently hitting on picks as much as they were a couple like back in 2020, 2019, 2020, 2021, that was when they were hitting on their picks a lot, especially on the later rounds. Like if they were continuing that, I think they'd probably I'm not saying they'd have a Super Bowl, but they would have been. They probably would have gotten back. I could probably say that.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like you're giving. When was this owner like got the team? Do you know how long he's been the owner of this team?
For a while.
I can look it up.
Yeah, I think it's been ever since Paul Brown passed away, which has been a really long time.
Okay, because I feel like this is a gut instinct more so than anything. In the Andy Dalton years, I feel like those rosters were constructed better than these rosters. The only thing is, Andy Dalton is obviously not good enough to take.
They also hit on like way more.
He inherited the Bengals in '91.
They also had like they also had like somewhat of a defensive identity to complement Andy Dalton. They had like Carlos Dunlap, Geno Atkins.
That was also back when the O-line was also decent.
Yeah. So, and they hit on AJ Green too. So
yeah,
for sure. So like,
you got it, bro.
I feel like they have constructed pretty good rosters, and Andy Dalton, even though he wasn't the guy, he still was a quarterback that you had to pay because Andy Dalton was solid enough. With that said, ever since Joe Burrow got to this team, the weaknesses for this team has been very glaring since the start. Bad O-line hasn't really gotten better ever since, and arguably it's probably one of its worst since Joe Burrow's inception. And the defense has gotten steadily worse. And yes, you lose Jesse Bates, but that's the job of the team to replace that talent. Like, you can't give them excuses for not being able to replace the talent that you're not paying. Sure, you're not paying Jesse Bates this money. All right, so fill it in other areas.
They tried, and then it didn't work.
That's their fault. They deserve blame for that, for not being able to.
No, we give them blame, but we know what
the Bengals could have done, because it's basically damn near the exact same contract. You could have taken that Orlando Brown money and paid Jesse Bates. You could have.
That's true.
And Orlando Brown has not.
They're basically they're both making about 16 and a half a year. So
fair enough.
How much are they still paying? What's his face? Ted Karras.
They cut him.
He wasn't making
Matt,
anything.
I don't think you realize. I found this out. Ted Karras won the Triple Crown for offensive linemen. He allowed the most sacks, pressures, and hits. So shout out Ted Karras.
That's nasty.
And he wasn't even that bad. He was pretty good for the Patriots.
No, he was good in Tampa, and then he got to the Bengals and just sucked.
Yeah.
Hey, Donnie, did we finish biggest winners and losers free agency before you moved?
No, we didn't. We went over. Trent, I deleted all the ones you talked about.
Where so Josh, I'm gonna start with you. Who do you think were the biggest winners of the free agency so far?
I mean, you see my profile picture, you know what I'm saying? That defense, I mean, I know we didn't address the offense in the best way, but there wasn't much we could do. We offered Chris Godwin 38 years, for God's sake, and the guy still said no. So the defense was revamped, and key pieces were added. Milton Williams, Robert Spillane, Carlton Davis, and there's many guys yet to name. And Morgan Moses is a good right tackle that we added. So I think the Patriots are one of the biggest winners in free agency, for sure.
Do-rag?
I don't really want to go to the obvious, because we know there's definitely some obvious winners. I'll sneak in Buffalo. I think Buffalo's an underrated winner this free agency. They re-signed a lot of their players. Deion Dawkins. You got Josh Allen in the contract. And you're just opening up cap space to make more moves. And I think that's the biggest part, is, re-signing the guys who produce for you. Set your team up for financial capabilities later on. I think the Bengals will be real nice. I mean, not the Bengals. Bills will be real nice going into the draft and next year's free agency.
Karen?
We're doing winners, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the Bears.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, Caleb's not taking 60 sacks like he did last year. I'll tell you that. Joe Tooney, man. I mean, they also got, I forgot the other guy they got. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, the O-line should be competent, is what I'm saying.
It's going to be better. I think it should be better than competent.
Their O-line should be
that
because their tackles were not bad.
That interior offensive line went from bottom 5 to top 5 really quickly.
Yeah, and their tackles have never been bad in my opinion. So
especially Darnell Wright.
Just find someone to replace Braxton Jones, and it could be an elite O-line.
And also they probably got the best coach on the market too. So
Yeah.
Is Braxton really? I don't think he's that bad. I
don't think he's that bad.
I think
he's
he's
not bad.
average.
He's not bad, but listen, he's not bad, but like.
But he's a free agent though, so
he's a free agent next year.
Kelvin Banks, Will Campbell, Amar Membu, sign me up. Like that's all.
Hey, no, I low key
I
think
think
they're
they
going
should
running
trade him.
back. I think they get Genty.
I don't think he gets to him.
Yeah, I don't even know if he gets that.
If the Raiders do not draft him, I can see the Bears getting him.
Why would the Raiders draft Genty?
Because he's a good
They have
player.
no running back.
They have the worst running game in the.
They have the worst running game in the NFL.
Worst running game, draft the top
They have the
three
worst
players
run game in the
last,
NFL, and I can promise you it is not the O-line's fault.
The O-line's fine.
I mean,
O-line's actually solid. They should have a solid O-line.
Bro, the receiving room sucks.
Well, I get that, but like,
respect Bowers.
But like, Kieran, at the end of the day, like, you can probably get a wide receiver in the second round, and I mean, I don't know, Jacoby isn't great, but at least you have Bowers.
Jacoby's nice though. Jacoby's cool, man.
They're literally a Gita Higgins away.
Like, are you really gonna sit up there and say like it's a bad thing that Brock Bowers is like the number one option on a team? Like, it's,
for sure
you're happy about that?
No,
and,
bro.
And they put Bowers out. Him and Mayer get put out wide quite a bit on that team as well. So I don't like for first round at the 6th pick. I wouldn't waste it on a receiver for sure.
Are you gonna waste it on Genty?
Waste it on Genty?
You're talking crazy right now. Wasted?
Yeah, in my opinion,
Genty gonna be balling.
A bottom rushing attack in the league, wasting a draft pick
on a top 3 prospect in the entire class.
Yeah,
I don't care about no position. He's a top 3 prospect. Period.
It's a major need. So
he's
like,
it's
a need, and he's BCA.
I think we can all agree he's easily the best running back prospects in Bijan, like easily.
I mean,
I'm all in on that.
Yes, it's not really a compliment either.
Yeah,
I mean, because the last running back classes
was mid. I should have a mid. That shit was.
Oh yeah, it wasn't good. 'Cause- And dude, if you want it, and I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I think I'm not saying he's better, but he's on the same tier as Bijan.
I disagree. I disagree.
Good cook.
I disagree.
I'm not saying
I disagree.
I think they're on the same tier. I think they're both guys. I would, even despite being running backs, I would easily take them in the top 10 and feel good about.
I mean, you want to know what something both guys have in common? They both You want to know what's something they have in common?
They both have ridiculous contact balance.
Disappearing in key matchups.
Yeah, you're sick.
Hey, Bijan was doing that. I don't even want to hear nothing. Bijan was doing it.
He definitely was.
Yeah,
but they're not in the same tier.
You lost me with that last one, but
they're not in the same tier at all.
I think they're in the same tier. I think they're in the same tier.
Last one, but yeah, no, the Raiders should definitely be looking at him at that pick. I don't think that's a waste at all. No.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be.
Also, we also need to remember, guys, it's Pete Carroll. Like, come on.
Yeah, he's going to.
Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly, they're gonna take GNT and they're gonna. Oh my gosh.
Yo, they're gonna run that rock, bro.
They're gonna run that rock. Come on.
They don't like to pass the ball.
That's got 1970s styles.
Oh yeah.
Matt, who's your biggest when is it free agency?
Yeah, so at first, like in the early hours of free agency, I was going to say the Bears, and then they signed Grady freaking Jarrett for 3 years.
God.
That was funny.
And then
that contract was something.
Listen, I really love what you did with that offensive line, but wasting that money on somebody who's just not good at football anymore, I can't call you a winner of free agency like when you spend that much money on a Grady Jarrett in 2025. I'm going to say the Vikings I'm going to say they killed free agency. Offensive line last year, it wasn't a problem, but it also wasn't like their biggest strength. And when you release Garrett Bradbury, you bring in Ryan Kelly, who a lot of people weren't paying attention last year. Ryan Kelly was amazing last year. He's one of the 5 best centers in the game. You also bring in the guy to his right, Will Fries. He's coming off of an injury, but nonetheless, when he's healthy, he's also one of the better guards in the league. You bring back Aaron Jones. You don't overpay on Sam Darnold. You trade for Jordan Mason so you could bring in another like a young running back who we've seen can actually produce. And look at what he did behind the 49ers offensive line last year. I mean, look at what he can do with play caller like Kevin O'Connell if he's given the chance, like with actual interior offensive linemen outside of just Dominic Puny. Like, I'm really I like what the Vikings do.
Cordell?
There's one team that I really want to say, but I'm curious to see if this team gets talked about later, so I'll just save that in the bucket. I'm gonna go with the team that I care about, obviously, and that's the Rams, man. And it's as simple as bringing back Matthew Stafford. He was threatening to leave the team, and yeah, you lost Cooper Kupp. That hurt. That hurt morale. That hurt team chemistry.
Yeah,
you replace him with Devontae Adams. Like that's as good as it can do at that point. You replace it with Devontae Adams, which and Puka has shown that he can play out wide. But then now you can kind of alternate both of them more with Devontae Adams out wide as well. And even though Devontae is not who he was, well, I don't think he was who he was. Slight regression. He's still a really good wide receiver for sure. So this team is right back in that contention spot. This team can definitely address some areas on the offensive line, maybe through the draft. They got their identity, they got their core pieces, and they almost beat the Eagles in the playoffs. If it wasn't for Jalen Carter, that Super Bowl would have looked very different. So I'm going to go with the Rams, man. They're right there. They're knocking on death's door, and Jared versus a demon. So I'm going to go with the Rams.
Trey?
I'm kind of stuck in between three teams: the Bears, the Vikings, and the Bills. I think I'm gonna go with the Bears though. Like I know Matt just had his little Grady Jarrett thing, but outside of that, I'm not looking for Grady Jarrett. I'm not looking for Grady Jarrett to be the Grady Jarrett of old. He's gonna be playing next to Montez Sweat and Gervon Dexter. Like you ain't got to be the man no more. Just be the OG and pass on your wisdom to the YNs in the room. All right, that's it. So, like I ain't really thinking about that. The big thing here is, despite all the criticism that Caleb Williams got last year, if you go look at the numbers, it wasn't nearly as bad as we think
at all.
No,
it was actually a pretty decent year.
Take away the name, and it looked at a lot differently.
Take away the pocket presence, and
yo.
I mean, take away the name between Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen.
Look, I'm not
take away the deep throw accuracy, and
Hey, I'm not saying it's perfect.
Fixable though, you got a line now.
I'm not saying it's perfect, but what I am saying is there's promise there.
Mm-hmm.
There's some things that need to be reined in. I'm sure at this point, him getting his ass whooped all season let him know, or at least it should have let him know, hey, buddy, you're not playing against Washington on a Thursday night anymore. Hey, time for you to, 1-2, get rid of it. 1-2, run slide. Like at this point, you should kind of have that down. But also at the same time, part of the reason why you was getting your head knocked off on some of them shits is because the dudes in front of you wasn't getting it done.
That interior sucks.
The front office did a damn good job of saying, hey, if you get your ass whooped again, if you get put down 60 times again, motherfucker.
That's a you thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, so I'm not mad at it. Like for me, that's big. Because going forward, that division is in a little bit of a state of flux. Just a little bit. It ain't a big window, but it's a crack.
It's grimy. It's looking a little grimy.
If you can get this right, and he can take that next step, hey, you might actually have something here. Just saying.
Donnie?
Yeah, I think the obvious answer for me has to be Chicago. I mean, we mentioned it earlier, but this interior offensive line truly was that bad. It was hard to watch at times. And Brennan and Drew Dalman, easily the best center in free agency, and especially with the center position is probably the weakest position in the NFL right now. There's just not really a lot of elite guys. I mean, you got Creed Humphrey, Frank Ragnar, Tyler Linderbaum, but after that, it gets pretty weak. I mean, you got guys like Drew Dalman. I mean, David Andrews was good at one point, but he's been hurt recently and he hasn't been himself.
He just got cut. It's probably
I mean, I don't know who else is there. There's the guy JC Treader.
David Andrews failed his physical. That's why he got cut. Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a few other guys. Cam Jurgens is okay. Yelder Froholt's okay, but like overall, the center position just really isn't great. Getting Drew Dalman, I think, is huge for them. You don't have to worry about it. You have him under contract. Trading for Joe Tooney is great, even though he is older. Doesn't really matter. He's still one of the best guards in the league. Jonah Williams gets overrated by the Bears, but at the end of the day, he's still a quality starter, and he's better than anything they had by far. So it's got to be Chicago, even with the Grady Jarrett, contract. I think it is helpful, especially if they decide if they don't go running back at 10 and they possibly decide to go defensive line. I mean, you have Grady Jarrett there to help them out. So I'm all in on the Bears for agency. The NFC North this offseason, when we get to that video after the draft, it's going to be hard because one of those 4 teams is going to finish last. And as of right now, I don't want to pick any of them too. But
I know what I'm picking.
Detroit now I'm playing.
I'm taking the Packers like a mother.
I'm picking Minnesota. Who's the quarterback in Minnesota?
After the season, can we talk about
Minnesota?
Who's the quarterback?
JJ
McCarthy.
All right.
He's better than Darnold. I'm just telling you guys that right now.
Come on.
We have not seen him play in the NFL.
I do not care.
Even if you think that, I guarantee you before the season started, if I were to ask you, would you rather have JJ McCarthy or Sam Darnold, you would have told me JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy is walking into a better situation than Sam Darnold did, just due to the fact that the offensive line is better.
If O'Connell say he's the guy, I trust him.
If O'Connell says he's the guy, I trust him. That is a good thing.
You got to be the guy.
I didn't even mention this about Minnesota. They were able to bring back Brian Flores as well. That's absolutely huge.
Minnesota's got a really good team. So,
all right. So then,
losers.
Donnie, back on you. Who's your biggest loser?
Okay. I just want to preface this real quick. I don't think they're a loser because I think what they did on the offensive side of the ball was fantastic. The defensive side of the ball, what they did is getting super overrated. And I want to preface this. They're not a loser, but everyone else is going to mention a loser, so I'm just going to mention I hate what the Vikings did at D-tackle. I don't like it because at the end of the day, they're relying on guys who had down years, who are older, have been hurt.
That's so nasty.
I don't like it. I don't like it. The Vikings defensive tackles over the last few years.
Hargrave played 3 games.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy.
Donnie Hargrave pulled his triceps in week 3. That's so nasty.
Bro.
Yeah, that's nasty.
I know he's not a good run defender, but like, bro, he can still get after the pass.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that. All I'm trying to say is I think they overpaid for guys who I think are not worth what they were given. Okay, I like Jonathan Allen, but they paid him like a top 10 D tackle. I like Javon Hargrave, but they paid him like a top 15 D tackle. I don't think they're that. Now, if the Vikings draft a D tackle, like if they drafted Kenneth Grant or Walter Owen, then I'm all in for it. But if they're going to roll out with those two as their consistent 3-down starters, I don't like it. I don't. But everything else they did was fantastic. And there's obviously other losers. I'm not saying that, but I just don't like what they did at D-tackle. That's all.
Trey? Direct, keep your phone too. But go ahead.
I'm a piss off some of the folks back home because it's the Texans. Sorry. This right here is the exact reason why, as a kid who grew up in Texas, specifically in the city of Houston, why I've never rooted for the Texans. Because every time they give you a sliver of hope, and it was the same thing with the Rockets and the Astros at one point, they give you a sliver of hope. It was like, oh, we about to turn this shit around. Then, bah! No, you thought. Sight. It's over with. Bruh. What they did, you traded Larry Tunsil. I get it. I get the reasoning behind it. It's new guy coming in, old head veteran, not necessarily playing at his best, also not necessarily buying in He a different type of cat. You ain't trying to deal with that. All right, cool. We got to move him out. I get that. The problem is you ain't get nothing. You ain't get nothing back. Like at this point, you waited till you're in a draft class that doesn't have a lot of great tackles in it to move what most people perceive to be a great tackle. It's like your offensive line was already bad to begin with. Like that roster kind of fell apart, partially due to injury, but also like it just guys weren't playing well, and you didn't really get anything back. Like now, I will say you getting Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, hey, that the secondary gonna be crazy. Like I will say that. Like that defense is gonna be fired.
They got another receiver too.
Huh?
They got another receiver too.
Does he really count?
Christian Kirk is not that bad.
He's
you bugging, Trey. I'm not even a fan of Christian Kirk.
I mean, just stay on the field, and then
he's gonna
stay. Like, okay, cool. They got another dude. That's always hurt. Like, okay, great. Anyway, like this is the best quarterback you have ever had. Like that. Like this is objectively the best quarterback you have ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
it's close. It's close.
Look,
I don't.
Pete Watson better.
Wait, whoa! CJ Stroud
Pete Watson better. Pete Watson better.
Let it marinate, man. Let it marinate.
No.
I like the take, man.
Look, I personally think so. There's
personal life aside, like
there's plenty of argument against it. I personally think this is the best young quarterback you have ever had in your draft history. So it will behoove you to build around him, not go backwards. Right now, they are going backwards, point blank, period. So by definition, I kind of have to be like, yeah, y'all fucking up.
Dude, and Trey, the thing is, like, that division is so winnable too. Like that division is not. Dude, the Titans are picking first.
Hey, honorable mention to losers. The Indianapolis Colts. I love my
bro.
Boy.
You're gonna take my pick, damn it.
I love my boy. I love my boy AR. Hey, I'm gonna put this to you now, dog. You that dude, and you know that. If you can't bring yourself to get it proper, so you can beat out Daniel Jones,
you're not beating him out.
Hey, dog.
If he loses the Daniel,
you will lose the job.
I think he'll win the starting job. I think he will.
There is no good reason. There is no good reason you should ever lose to Daniel fucking Jones, dude.
He's good.
It ain't no reason.
Goated.
You gotta get this right, dog. You gotta get that.
Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, AD Mitchell going in year 2. That O-line is still good.
Bro, they literally have four good receivers. Like I think AD can be good. He's just underutilized this year. Alec Pierce.
And this,
Alec Pierce is good too.
Alex Pierce.
And dude, what did they draft Tyler Warren at 14? That's another one.
This team is gonna be good. They just don't, you know what I'm saying?
They should be good.
They got a really good offensive coordinator.
This offense on paper, especially if they draft a tight end in the first round, like one of those 2 tight ends, that should be a top 8 offense in football.
Well, yeah, 100%.
It really should be. Realistically, it should be top 5. That's how good the talent is. It's
really, with Daniel Jones, they can do some damage though. Not AR, Daniel Jones though.
It's crazy.
You think I'm trolling, but I'm not.
If AO don't get this right,
I mean, I think they'd be. I think it'd be better than what they're doing with.
They thought the Vikings were going to be trash with Sam Darnold. Come on, man.
If AR don't get right this year, bro. If AR don't get right, G-Baby was dead right about Anthony Richardson. I'm not gonna lie.
And Hellfire.
And
Hellfire too, bro. If he don't get right,
I don't care. 7th round grade.
Actually, not 7th round pick is crazy.
7th round grade is ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
No, but G-Baby
basically. That's crazy.
I'm gonna go trade.
You don't test as the most athletic QB
ever
in combine history. Can throw a ball 80 yards, and you're that young. and have a 7th round grade.
That could potentially change how people look at quarterbacks.
sound like
if
Joe
Anthony
Miller to me.
Richardson ends up.
You know what though?
Hey, the difference is Joe Milton was 24.
But hold on, wait.
Also, AR did get injured. That probably hindered a lot of his progress. But
before we move off this point, I have to say this. Like, again, the young part. I think the young part is not so much the problem as is he was young and super inexperienced because of the situation that he dealt with at Florida. Like, that was just the reality of it. He only had 10 starts to his credit. And you knew that when you took it. That's the problem that I have with that front office. Like,
you're blaming them for AR being trash?
Whatever, huh?
You're blaming them for AR being trash? No. Like what?
What I'm saying is this: the problems that he had, you knew that he had them, and you decided, hey, we're going to invest in him. It's going to be a long-term project, and you literally came out and said so in his rookie year. Within a year and a half, you switched up. That's not how you deal with developing quarterbacks. That's just not how. Like, you can't change mid plan. I'm sorry, you can't. Like, if you're going to have a plan, stick to it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But at the end of the day, you have to actually see the plan through before you be like, shit don't work.
So, Riddell, man, who are your biggest losers in free agency?
I'm gonna go with another bias pick because you guys all got all the right answers. You know what I'm saying? Bias pick. Yo, the Giants right now have so much potential, man. We have so much potential, bro. We got a safety in Javon Holland. We got another corner in just in case Deontay Banks decides that he doesn't want to be a good corner anymore. So we have a legit arguable. We could have a top 10 defense, arguably top 5 with how good our players are. We just need a quarterback. We just need a quarterback. We are losers.
And an offensive line.
Yeah.
They told me, but
I need a quarterback though. Like Andrew Thomas, if he comes back healthy, that can help mitigate a lot. I think in the first 4 games until he got injured, they were doing pretty well. But we need a quarterback. Yo,
I'm gonna get Shador.
So there's a lot of conversation with Shador Sanders that he may drop heavy in the draft. That a lot of people are not liking Shador for whatever reason. The reason why I'm putting so much emphasis on this is because of what John Mara said in the offseason. He basically said, if we're not good, you're fired, to both Daboll and Shane. Now, Joe Shane, I'm not the biggest fan of Joe Shane. Daboll, I think, is a good coach. So just firing Daboll when he had to deal with Daniel Jones, I don't think it makes much sense. And, we've seen the coaching carousel for the New York Giants. It has not been good. So I'm very worried about this team despite all our talent and the fact that we couldn't get Stafford. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know what he's doing. I'm not going to lie. I don't get Aaron Rodgers.
What if they sign Russell Wilson?
I mean, it's better than nothing as long as we draft Shador too. As long as we draft Shador and pick up Russell Wilson. But as of right now, the current state
there's no way that would happen, Miguel.
Yeah, no.
There was no way we would sign Russell Wilson.
Two of them at the same time.
Start immediately.
No, if they sign. Here's my question.
For the Giants,
just off topic real quick because I just want to hear from the Giants. I just want to hear from the Giant fans. If you do draft Russ, or not draft, if you do sign Russ and Travis, let's say he goes to the Browns at 2, what are you doing at 3? Are you taking Abdul Carter because he's the best player, or are you just going to trade down?
I'll just pull a classic Giants and trade down, bro. Because we draft Abdul Carter and be that tight.
Yeah, Abdul doesn't really.
Well, you said at 3?
Yeah, if Shador
I'm taking that bull. What we doing?
Is it Kayvon up for a contract extension?
True.
Soon, yeah. I'm not paying Kayvon. Give me Abdul. And
I'm not
either.
Also, this is the offseason to decide if he's worth the 5th-year option. As of right now, I don't think
I wouldn't pay Kayvon either, but I'm not pulling a classic New York Giants.
I'm taking that.
Taking a defensive end as number 3
Dude,
pick.
Abdul Carter and Brian
Taking that.
Burns.
He's that good, bro. He's that good.
And Dexter Lawrence. Oh my god.
Like you could potentially have the best D line in the league, bro. Like
yeah.
You should have heard that last year. Shit ain't do nothing.
Bro,
well, Dexter did get hurt, I will say.
I mean, but
Dexter and Brian played good.
Dexter would have won deep.
All I'm saying is they draft Abdul. They're not gonna go anywhere with it though. But Abdul will be a phenomenal pick. But they won't go anywhere with that.
Maybe
I low-key think the answer might be Shador. Like if out of every player, it just might be Shador. I know his stock is falling, but I think also Shador would probably fit Brian Daboll's offense better than Russell Wilson. So I don't know. As of right now,
it has to be Shador.
I mean, there's a chance that they end up with both though, Russell Wilson and Shador.
Then I can say
I wouldn't even hate that.
For the Giants, though, you see them doing that?
2 blacks?
My bad.
We was all thinking it.
I'm just asking the question.
Blacks? That is crazy.
Hey,
I'm just asking the question. That's all.
No, I hear you. I know what you're insinuating. I also heard though that if they do not get Russ and if they do not get Rodgers, they're gonna go and get Jameis or Joe Flacco. That's
Jameis in a big
I love having Jameis.
That's the way to win. Go get Jameis.
Flacco's a winner.
Man, Jameis
He
gonna bring
Griezmann,
boy. You're gonna stop.
If I see Jameis Winston in the blue uniform, bro.
Oh, you fake well.
I guarantee
hit like crap.
If you get Jameis, you're drafting a quarterback. Like that.
Bro,
Neighbors is elite in fantasy.
Durag, what are you talking about me being fake woke about a bot?
A bot? Now Jameis
a bot.
Yo,
Jameis is doo-doo.
Why you disrespecting Jameis, bro?
James looking cooking. Cooking in Cleveland.
Bro, how down bad are we for quarterbacks that we're out here praising Jameis like that?
He's low-key cooking.
I'm being fake woke about Jameis Winston. He sucks.
Jameis is like the perfect Shador mentor. I don't care what nobody says.
Perfect Shador.
Perfect Shador.
He's crazy. Anyway, Matt, who are your biggest losers, bro? Because he's ready.
Can you imagine if Jameis was mentoring Cam Ward?
Yeah,
I love that.
hey, we can cut the bullshit right now. I'm pulling my old head card. Some of us were around for when Jameis Winston was in college. I ain't getting into it,
bro.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Hey, that man is not the person.
Hey, he has experience, Trey. He learned from
Yo,
experience.
Trey.
Anyway,
Trey, now. He turned to the Lord.
Matt, who are your biggest losers, bro?
I don't know if they know, man.
Matt, who are your biggest losers, bro?
So, I mean, I feel like this is kind of the 2 obvious answers, so we all just kind of skipped over it. But when the only additions you bring in is Luke Farrell and Mac Jones,
all right, buddy.
The only guys you bring back are Ben Barch, Kevin Givens, and Curtis Robinson.
Here you go.
And you lose Aaron Banks, Dre Greenlaw, Javon Hargrave, Talanoa Hufanga, Elijah Mitchell, Debo Samuel. Regardless on what you think about him, he's a good player.
Good riddance.
Good riddance is crazy after what happened.
Jalen Moore.
Oh, no, you know.
Oh, and David Moore, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's...
Yeah, shout out the Packers.
Is this what we doing? All right, you know what? I'll let you.
Bro, Dave, y'all regressed. I'm sorry. Your team's getting worse and worse and worse.
I don't know why you. I don't know, Dave. I don't know why you trying to act like that didn't happen.
Like,
bro,
you guys are the 3rd best team in the division.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe you might be the worst. You might be the worst.
I'm not
the worst. Dave. All I'm gonna say is, ask me after the draft, and y'all could be 3rd.
That's my problem because
y'all could be 4th.
That's my problem because with
not 4th.
Because with what the ownership has said, what the front office has said, and how we approach free agency, this is obviously a team that for next year we're banking on the draft. So that's why it's a wait and see. That's why I'm not grading the offense because until I see how we draft and what the we look like.
Yeah, that's why as of right now they're losing.
Draft class.
But I don't think we're losers when Aaron Banks got overpaid.
I agree.
Hufanga, we were not gonna bring back Hufanga for that much money when he just came off injury. We already have 2 safeties who can. I mean, we already got 2 solid safeties. There's no reason to bring Hufanga back. Greenlaw came off of Achilles. I love Dre Greenlaw. I'm probably his biggest fan.
Wait, Durek, you have two safeties who could make first team All Pro like Talanoa Hufanga?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah, Hufanga literally just a worse. He's a worse Kyle Duggar, and Kyle Duggar's trash.
No. I know. I'm trolling.
So like, I'm fine with losing Hufanga. Javarius Ward, we already figured we was gonna end up losing him anyway. That's why we locked up Lenore on his contract. That's why we drafted Renardo Green. So we already knew he was getting replaced. So we had the replacement already in hand. A lot of these guys, I wasn't worried about losing because we either had contingency plans and replacing them, or they wasn't that damn good to pay that much money too. That's why I'm not worried about who
I'm worried about the trenches.
We got 40 tackles on the
It's both trenches, both.
Oh yeah, we got 40.
I'm worried about both sides of the trenches because right now your defensive line is Nick Bosa.
Yeah, we got 40 tackles on the depth chart.
Low-key, trade up for Mason Graham. Give us 11, 43, and Brandon Ayuk, and we'll call it a day. Yeah. Tell me when you're done with that line of crack.
We all know why they're doing this. They're preparing to pay that boy Brock Purdy at $50 million a year.
Yeah. Get ready for that though. But Karen, who your biggest loser in free agency?
CJ Stroud.
You
I feel bad for that.
Is that the worst offensive line in football?
Yeah.
Not
right now it is.
No. Us. Like, what are we doing?
Josh,
No.
the Texans have Blake Fisher starting to tackle.
We have Garrett Bradbury.
They have Titus Howard. Shut up, nigga.
Vidarian Lowe.
Nah,
You know what? They did get rid of Kenyon Green, so that is a plus.
I just
is it because if Kenyon Green was starting, that backup got to be some different type of horse shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Tyler Booker.
Bro, and it's also worse because they're trying to replace Tank Dell right now, who just broke his collar or broke his ankle. They replaced him with Christian Kirk, who broke his collarbone. And he was coming off his worst season. Bro, it's gonna be a rough season. If you thought last season was rough, this season's about to be twice as worse because that offensive line.
The only way I could see it possibly being saved is if what's his name, this new Nick Cayley guy can end up, somehow making.
Yeah.
Matt saying guy like we didn't have him as our tight ends coach literally 2 years ago.
All right, I'm sorry.
I don't know how you can make good with that offensive line, dude.
Durek, who are your biggest losers?
I don't know.
My biggest losers.
Just say yourself, bro.
Ooh, boy. Ooh, you eating today, ain't you?
Right. I was saying 49 about that.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm probably going to go with the Chargers.
I'm glad you said it.
The team that came in, I believe they're top 5 in cap space. They really haven't. You brought back Khalil Mack. I mean, that's cool and all, but you really haven't addressed the team in a way where I thought you could have, especially with the year they had last year. They overachieved. So I expected them to be a little bit more aggressive in free agency, and they haven't did that. So that's definitely a team that disappointed me.
Josh?
My biggest loser, I'm gonna do a certain individual. His name is Duke Tobin. All of you guys are familiar with him. Yo, my boy, return on investment's not your thing. You waited too long for the T. Higgins contract. Okay, you got screwed over by that. You waited too long for Trey Hendrickson. Got screwed over by that. Look, Myles Garrett contract is gonna inflate that. The edge market is getting inflated right now. Jamar Chase, I guess he's Jamar Chase at the end of the day, but he basically cost himself money. If you got the T. Higgins deal done earlier, you would have saved much more money. Trey Hendrickson, if you got it done way earlier, would have saved yourself at least $10 million. You just got to get guys extended as fast as possible. I don't get why GMs don't do that. But yeah.
Yep.
Browns in there too.
That's why I want us to re-sign McBride as soon as possible.
Bro, I want us to extend.
I know McBride's going to break the tight end market. So
right now.
All right, so we're gonna play a game. Off season, where usually the biggest arguments start. I'm gonna go one by one. It's kind of like a little versus, like this player versus this player who y'all got.
It'll be hilarious.
This shit gonna be hilarious because we hit the hour mark. We're gonna do this before we do this edge tier list because we definitely got to get to that. So, Donnie, you here?
Yeah.
I'm starting off with you. NFL Now versus then. Who you got? Josh Allen or Cam Newton? Peak for peak.
Peak for peak. Josh Allen or Cam Newton.
That's what we do it? Oh, this will be nasty.
Mm-hmm.
That's easy. That's easy.
Why are you looking at me like that, Trey? Trey.
Donnie, tell the truth.
It's Josh, man. It's Josh. No, it's not. It's Cam. It's Cam.
He's scary.
Oh, you shameless!
Hey, Trey. Hey, Josh FC got this noted. Josh FC got this noted. Donnie, you're deleted from the faction.
You
Man.
shameless!
Yo, Matt, you gonna talk about Fred Tarkenton?
You let Trey mean mug you with the
Y'all
technical
see
answer.
how Trey like Donnie switches his opinion like that? That's the thing. I'm not even looking at Donnie. That's the funny part.
Why are you looking at him?
For even asking this question?
Hold on. Let me just remove him real quick and just let
Yo.
everybody know.
Yo, that's crazy.
What is he talking about? Like, what are you talking about, bro? I don't make the doc.
That's crazy.
Donnie made the doc, so you should be looking at him.
Oh, Donnie made it? Okay, cool. Now I'm back at you. Yep. All right.
Wait. What do you mean back? You said you never were.
No. Now the focus has been shifted back.
Yeah, Donnie's saying was
Trent told me to get. Hold on. No. Trent tells me to get nasty with it. Pause. So blame him.
Let's relax.
No, let's not all be mature here, please.
I blame Trent. Trent told me to be as hot take about this as possible, so I'm blaming Trent.
But why did you say that though, bro?
I'm fucking dying over here, bro. What y'all got going on?
I gotta lock in.
Yo, move on, Donnie. We're done with
what?
Oh my god.
Anyways, wait, Trey. Genuine. You don't think it's close?
That's crazy.
I think it's close.
Because the way you just made that face, trying to make it sound like it wasn't close,
it's definitely
we're going to be objectively lying. I don't care who you have. If you have Josh, fine. You have Cam, fine.
I have Cam.
All right, but don't make it seem like it's not.
Is there a gap, Trey?
To me, yes. Yes, there is.
Wow.
Yes, there is. Sorry.
Trey.
I'm sorry. I watched it both.
Hold on, Trey, hold on. Trey, what's the gap? Like, what is it? Like, what makes it a gap? What makes it a gap?
To me, the gap it's a combination of one, the physical talent, and what specifically when we talk about his peak.
Trey.
Hold on.
Physical talent?
Physical talent?
What?
Is a gap? The physical talent is a gap?
Blow that whistle, Trent.
Look, the physical talent is where it's close. For me, where the gap comes in is when we talk about Cam's peak, specifically that MVP year, when they get to the Super Bowl, he got to the Super Bowl with a bunch of bums. Like, this wasn't a situation where, hey, things kind of turned around. Josh finally got a really fucking good O-line. He got James Cook back there running around with him. Like, no, this was not that.
But no.
Carolina's offensive line.
Come out, pause.
Carolina's offensive line.
You're confusing.
Carolina's offensive line.
You're confusing the better season versus the better player. Now, obviously, I think the season of 2015 Cam Newton is probably better than any year of Josh Allen just because of the degree of difficulty. But as a player, that stuff. Like,
I would still take Cam.
Why is that? Josh Allen's the more accurate quarterback by far.
He's the better passer, period.
By far. Like, he's the better passer.
Easily.
Okay.
He's the better passer by far.
Fine. He's the better passer. I think the better football player is still Cam.
Josh Allen's still an elite runner, just like Cam Newton. Now, Cam Newton is a better runner.
Yes, he's a very good runner. He's not the runner that Cam is. And I'm tired of people trying to make it seem like he is. He's fucking not.
Well, that running gap that's making
running.
Trey, that running gap that much for a quarterback.
Trey, which gap is bigger?
I mean, yeah,
the running gap.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
Yo, bro, you are
the running gap larger than the passing gap. Yeah,
what are you lying for? What is passing wise? Cam Newton is just a worse version of Josh Allen as a passer, and it's not close. It's by far. And Josh Allen is still one of the best runners we have ever seen.
Worst version.
Josh Allen is literally one of the best runners we've ever seen grace the game, just like Cam Newton. So you try to make it seem like the bigger gap is in the running? It's crazy.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, Trey.
No,
Josh Allen's the more consistent passer. He's the more accurate passer. He's better than every trade.
I don't know why
better than almost every athlete you want to talk about
now when I've been saying this about Josh Allen from fucking jump. Like
what?
This isn't new.
It doesn't have to be new. The point is you can still be lying. Because
I'm not.
Every aspect we want to talk about as a pastor, majority of the shit they're going to talk about is going to lean towards Josh Allen. Is it not, Trey?
What? Say it again.
Majority of the things we're going to talk about in these quarterbacks as passers is going to comfortably lean towards Josh Allen. Yes or no?
Yeah, at this point.
Yes, at this point. Just to clarify, and it's not close, right?
I don't. All right. Not close. Not close is pushing.
Trey. The accuracy isn't close. The accuracy is close, Trey.
It's not.
Like Trey, and we met Trey. We met Cam.
No,
we know I'm the biggest Cam Newton. You probably know
football talk because you talking about accuracy.
I'm just saying though, you act like we both didn't really. I can easily
pull up the fact that when Josh was going through his bullshit, them first 2 years, the same motherfucker.
We talking about peak though. We don't fuck the first 2 years. We're talking about peak.
Let me fucking finish shit.
What does the first 2 years matter for?
The first 2 years matter because the same people that were coaching Josh Allen up until that point were the same people who were coaching Cam Newton. Like they were the same. They were the same runs, running the same bullshit.
Gang, you're not about to use that when we're talking about the best versions of themselves, though.
One of your main points was, he's a more accurate passer. Part of the reason why he's more accurate is because they run underneath shit. We work like Dad worked in Carolina. We saw what that offense was. They never ran anything under fucking 10 yards for that.
Yeah, but and I've also watched the 2015. And trade. And I've also watched the 2015.
Like, what are we doing?
But trade, like I know you can still easily, because PFF Ultimate still goes back to 2014, 2015. You can watch those years of Cam Newton, even in his MVP season, he has a bunch of dubs. That has nothing to do with the receivers, just of how, what's his name, Cam Newton, he has his highs, but his lows are super low, just like Josh Allen, and Josh Allen is more consistent with that. You know that.
Okay, cool.
That is a fact. You
and also to your same point, when I brought up the running gap, and you're like, that's crazy. I can pull up the film. Cam running as a runner is a completely different animal than Josh.
You can show clips of Josh Allen running through my Memphis all the time too.
I'm talking about the fact that this dude is the same size as Josh Allen, but unlike Josh Allen, he's not dead legging dudes like a damn running back and cutting off the opposite way. Like it's a complete
question.
Like you value the running more than the passing.
Question. Do you take into account, because when I'm thinking about like Cam Newton, obviously that year, I'm really just talking about the MVP year, was spectacular, but do you take into account that play style is not sustainable?
Not really, no. I'll be honest, I don't.
When you take into account like their running style and Cam Newton's in particular, and you were bringing it up in terms of how aggressive and physical of a runner he is, does that not hold weight that you can't sustain that as a quarterback? Compared to Josh Allen, who's actually, even though he's a pretty physical, Josh Allen does take care of his body.
He can still dead leg and Jew people in open field, just like Cam Newton.
I don't think Josh Allen has ever not missed a game.
That's what I'm like. He can
He would sit there.
Okay, cool. All right, cool.
We've seen it.
Okay, cool.
And the thing is, I agree with you that Cam is the better. But the thing is, the problem. This the problem.
This could be your next one.
Cam is the better runner. I agree on that. But you said the bigger gap between the passing and the running is the running.
Okay.
Yeah.
This could be a good playback episode.
I don't think, if I'm being completely honest, I don't think either gap is that big.
Shit.
All right,
Wait, time out. Trey. If neither gap is that big, how come you said that there was a gap just before?
There's a gap.
All right, wait.
Good question too, Matt. Good question.
Let me rephrase this. because I don't think the gap between them is that big. I said there was a gap. I didn't think it was that big. But I also, the part of the reason why I looked like this in the first place is because I knew this specific question is going to cause this reaction right here, which is why I was like, Trent, what the hell?
That's what we're here for. Oh well, you have to deal with it.
I know.
You don't have to lie though when we talking about these two.
I'm not lying.
Trey. All right, so Trey, let me ask you, right? All right, so Trey, okay, fine. Trey, who's more accurate, Josh Allen or Cam Newton?
Josh Allen.
Who's better off structure, Josh Allen or Cam Newton?
Cam.
I'm sure. Throw on the run, Josh.
When you say off structure, that could mean that he runs it with it too, though, right?
Yes, we're bringing up throwing. We're bringing up
running,
just throwing on the run, all that, Verdell.
Yeah,
I mean, possible.
Throws, changing arm angles, moving outside the pocket. That's all Josh.
Yeah.
Josh
And the tool, I think the tools are so similar. I agree.
No.
I agree.
They're the vanilla just better.
Like Cam's
They're the
better
same
athlete
type
for
of
sure.
player.
Like you could argue, Josh also has the strongest arm maybe in NFL history.
Donnie,
Like,
they're the same player. I'm just going to take the one who's more consistent out of the one. That's
I mean, yeah, the archetype.
They're the same exact player.
Yeah, the archetype is pretty similar. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, fine. I still pick Cam. Move on.
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, let me ask you this, Trey.
respect
Dead
that.
ass too. Is Cam Newton better than Joe Burrow?
No. What? Not as a passer.
Overall.
Oh, he's overall, Trey.
Overall, shit. If you're asking me who I'd take, it's a tough decision.
Get Mookie on here. Let's get Mookie on here.
No, let's not.
No, I don't even want that.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, let's not and say we did it.
This is crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This is.
Look,
Durag, who you got? Josh Allen, Cam Newton.
Come on, the SC would never waver. Donnie, we're gonna have some talks about you. You might have to get jumped back in if you want to get back to Josh FC. But it's Josh.
Jump back.
Honestly, I've never even really thought about it that much between them. I never really have.
That's great. Riddell, who you got?
I would say the last 2 seasons really moved me when it comes to Josh Allen as a quarterback. So I got Josh.
Matt.
I got Josh.
Josh.
Give me Josh Allen. And I don't want to hear no playoff stuff either. We saw what Josh Allen did in 2021. Elite playoff performer.
Good. Give me Josh. Josh Allen. Sorry.
All right, Karen, back on you. These both in AP. Nick Chubb or Le'Veon Bell?
Oh, fuck.
Damn, bro. Shit about Le'Veon recently has fucked me up, but I got Chubb, man. Personally.
Josh?
Damn. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this, bro.
No, either. I don't like it either.
I really don't like this at all. Like, this actually gets me mad. Oh. I'm trying to, like, in my head, I'm going trait for trait. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's so damn close. Ooh. I'm going to slightly lean Chubb. Slightly. Like, bro, they right there.
Okay.
It's so damn close.
Matt?
Yeah, like it's really close. I mean, I'll go with Le'Veon, but flip a coin.
Riddell?
I'm gonna say Chubb for it is very close. I'm gonna say Chubb for the level of difficulty.
Durag?
I'm gonna go Le'Veon. Just off I think the biggest gap between the two, I think, would be Le'Veon's ability to receive the ball. So I'm gonna lean Le'Veon.
That's fair.
Sorry.
Oh, it's Le'Veon. Like,
yo, bro, I don't like these answers though, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, acting like it's not close is just wild.
I'm not saying it's not close, but especially considering the fact that y'all always talk about people's entire game. We're talking about one dude who was probably the best pure runner at his position for a long time, but also we're talking about a guy who was probably a top 3 runner at his position at his peak. And on top of that, for his team, he was the number 1 running back and the number 2 receiver. Like by the way y'all judge most players, yeah, this shouldn't even be a question for y'all. It should be Le'Veon.
I'm not included.
I got
Le'Veon. I'm just saying.
Personally, I just never thought about it. That's why it took me a minute.
Yeah, I never thought about it either, man. I just kind of thought of it. I just threw it down.
Which one am I taking? Like peak for peak, which one am I taking on my team? I want Le'Veon.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't.
I mean, if we're factoring receiving, I mean,
like he wasn't just some screen. They split him out wide.
Yeah,
and
they put him in the slot a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
It's close. That's why it's close. But Nick Chubb is one of the best pure rushing.
Yeah, pure rushing wise, I think I lean Chubb slightly.
I'm just saying, I would think the way y'all look at.
I mean, I think the rushing is close though, so that's why I would take. I think the rushing is close, so that's why I would take Le'Veon.
Yeah, with arguably,
I think rushing is way more valuable than receiving. If they weren't close.
Wait, Trent
is so far ahead.
Yeah. Doesn't that kind of apply to that whole Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara debate? Then
I don't think they're closest runners.
Yeah,
that's why he had the whole disconnect.
Okay.
What's his name? So, which one I want to choose? I might get mad.
Oh, I didn't get. Wait. Hold on. Let me. I didn't pick it. I want to say this real quick. Chubb. It's so hard for me because Chubb at one point was my favorite football player in the NFL. So it's so hard for me not to pick him. But
I also
I gotta stay unbiased. I have to take my bias out. I would take Le'Veon. But
Yo, Karen, you still think there's not 10 running backs better than Peak Chubb?
Yeah, I just wanted to get Trey bad, to be honest.
Yeah, you said.
Yeah, you shameless.
I will say 2019 was a special year, though. That's all I'm going to say. Because that offensive line was so bad, and he averaged like 5.2 yards a carry. So,
bro, he's had bad personnel around him for so long.
All right, so let me ask this one. So, Donnie, back on you. Donnie, you here?
Yeah, give me go to Trey real quick. Give me like 1 minute.
All right, Trey. Saquon or Prime AP?
Wait, what?
Oh, AP.
Oh my god.
This peak?
Yeah.
Oh.
Go AP. I gotta go AP. I think if you're asking me the more complete player, it's Saquon. But Adrian Peterson might be the best runner of the football ever. Like, there's an argument. Like, legitimately, like he might be better than, like, he might be ahead of LaDainian Tomlinson. He might be ahead of Barry Sanders. He might be ahead of fucking Walter Payton, Emmitt Smith. Like, that is a once in a literal lifetime type of runner. And it's not to say that Saquon isn't special, but like Saquon isn't that. Like Adrian Peterson used to make grown men look like children. Like he literally used to make grown 250-pound, 260-pound linebackers, because this is back when they had them big pluggers at the second level that was coming to dent guards. Like, he was running against those dudes. Like, he not running against the shit that you see now where the heaviest motherfucker who might tackle you at the second level is 235 pounds. He 225 running through 260 every game, getting 20 plus carries every game. And he is putting belt to ass. Like, even if he having one of them slow games where it's like, oh, well, he's got 18 carries for 40 yards. It's been kind of slow. Next thing you know, this motherfucker done broke off a 70-yard run where he done stiff-armed 3 motherfuckers into the turf. Like, that's some shit I don't think we're ever going to see again. Like,
let me say something. I got to head out
to
go to BSS. This is a very tough one. And it may be biased. I don't care. I truly think Saquon does almost pretty much everything at an elite level. Like, the dude can do it all. inside, outside of the tackles. He has amazing burst, home run speed, amazing contact balance, great change of direction. He can do everything in the toolkit, juke move, spin move. Saquon did it with terrible offensive lines and terrible quarterbacks. And the moment he gets an elite offensive line and a good quarterback, he could have broke the he legit could have broke the record. And I know people said, "Oh yeah, well he could play an extra game." He had way less carries than Eric Dickerson. Let's be very clear than that. Way less carries. So when it comes down to Saquon, not only does he do everything at an elite level as a runner, but as a receiver, also elite for a running back. Of course. Obviously he's amazing in the screen game, and then he has really great hands. And if someone be nasty and brings up the Falcons game,
I'm about to say
no, that's work right there. But other than that, we saw all last season though. Other than that Falcons game, that one play, he just makes a lot of amazing catches from like intermediate and deep throw. Throw it up, Saquon's gonna catch it.
Yeah,
this man is
that's
complete.
where he got 8. Hey, when it comes to receiving and being a pass protector, he got AP beat because AP had his faults as a player. Like, he hated running out of shotgun. He was completely disinterested in pass pro. He had bad hands. But if you handed that motherfucker the ball, like, there's a legitimate argument that he is the best running back ever.
Like, I hear you. And I'm not going to make a counter argument for AP, but I will say, I mean, we already know what he does in the Giants. I don't even have to talk about that.
Yeah.
But we will say on the Eagles, a lot of the time in the regular season when Jalen Hurts wasn't cooking, they're like, all right, Saquon here. And he bails them out. He just bails them out. He just makes an incredible play. So Saquon has that ability similar to AP that you just give him the ball and he's going to make magic happen. Just every single time he touches it. I'm going to go Saquon. Give me Saquon. He has everything you need as a running back. But I got to head out, gents. I'll catch you.
All right, brother. I appreciate you. Man, Durek, who you got?
This is very tough. Good God. Because I don't think anything Rodell or Trey said is wrong. And at this point, it's really a preference thing. Because AP was a different type of monster. And the fact that his best season, he did that off the ACL was fucking ludicrous, especially at the time with how ACLs were back then.
Yeah,
it was insane. It's not like ACL now. I know Saquon has shares of injuries, but ACLs are a lot more easy to recover coming back from with the advances in medical science. The way I view my running backs, I'm probably going to lean Saquon because of the receiving ability. I think that's going to give him the slight edge, but that's a tough one.
Matt, who you got? Matt, you here? Probably not. Karen, who you got?
Shit, you carry Christian Ponder to the playoffs. That's enough for me.
Hey, I can't get back.
Hey, man, this should feel great. You know, he was in CMC combos last year. Now we saying he better than AP? Shit. It's crazy how what a year can do for a player.
Ask me CNC or AP.
It's crazy. It's so. I was hearing Breece Hall was better than Saquon Barkley a year ago.
Hey, Trent.
Trent.
Ask me AP or CNC.
Hey,
you won't get kicked off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you talking crazy.
Yeah, Christian
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You dad say that, bro. Like, you might get banned. like that's just you being shameless. Not that fine. Matt, who you got? Saquon or AP?
AP. I'm not gonna think twice about that.
Oh, all right. We're gonna do one more, and so we're gonna save a couple.
No, wait, AP for me.
All right, because there's a lot of these, Donnie. So we're gonna do one more.
AP and 5 are like that.
Oh no, I made a lot of them on purpose. We don't have to.
Yeah, no, we're gonna finish some of these next week. Yeah. But one more. I'm gonna start with Kieran. I want Kieran to see if he still thinks this. Yeah, you still think Reed better than Larry Fitzgerald?
Now you quiet.
Wait, all time or peak?
Crimes, heathen.
Yo, Kieran.
Wait, is this peak or all time?
This is peak.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, to me, the answer doesn't change. So.
Yeah, no. Kieran,
they do fluctuate.
Yo, Kieran. Nah, that's no way he's AFK, bro.
Yeah,
he's scared. He's scared.
Yo, Kieran. Nah, he's shameless with it. Nah, he's shameless with it. So you know what?
Should I could like Kieran? I think Kieran's probably taking Reek. Like Kieran, Kieran, the production merchant. He probably taking the routes. He taking the.
So is he taking David Boston over Larry Fitzgerald too?
Huh? Doesn't make any sense.
You chat.
David Boston had better stats like in a 1 year stretch than Larry Fitz did in a regular season.
But did he have a better skill set than Larry Fitz? No.
I'm not talking about skill set because if we're going by stats, that's why Tyreek Hill's better. I'm playing devil's advocate. That's all.
Skill sets are for the peak.
Skill set.
Like, I'm curious though, Josh. You got Reek or you got Fitz?
I mean, I'm not gonna say that like it's broad day. Like Reek,
broad day.
Like Reek got better peak production than him. He better routes, better yak, like
better routes.
okay, routes is the wrong word. Okay, routes. Okay, listen.
Yeah,
We've already had this conversation. Okay,
yeah, I'm sure, gang.
No. We've had this. Listen, we've had this conversation.
Yeah, you keep losing.
As a pure, listen, from a footwork perspective, sure, but as a pure separator, Reek is probably the better separator.
Okay, that's fair.
Reek is the better pure
That is
separator.
fair.
Just as a separator, period, he's the better separator.
All right, okay.
I'm not taking Reek personally.
That's what I like to hear, Josh.
Yeah, that's what exactly. That's all I'm saying. Y'all listen.
That's what
I'm not taking Reek personally.
That boy Trey O'Hare almost came.
You see, look at the comments. Look at the comments. See, now you guys are not even listening to the argument. But anywho, I'm still taking Larry Fitzgerald. But I'm saying that people think it's broad day. I disagree.
Anybody else taking Reek over Fitz? Anybody?
Fucking no.
That's such a weird. Reek is always so weird.
So cool. I was really preparing because the fact that he just went AFK like that is crazy.
You already know how I feel about Larry.
I got this one, and y'all gonna piss me off. I want to see if like Donnie, who you got? Jettas or Odell?
Jettas or Odell? Like, are we talking peak? Like Odell at his peak?
Me and Trey went over this.
Then if we're talking at their peak, then yeah, I'm gonna take Odell. Odell was, and maybe this is biased, but Odell, I was a big football fan when I was like a little kid. Odell got me big into football. So maybe that's biased, but Odell was just one of the freakiest after the catch players I've ever seen, despite not having, he doesn't have Tyreek Hill speed. Like, he doesn't have that type of raw speed. He doesn't have like this crazy Kadarius Toney, Tyreek Hill agility.
Compared to Jettas, he do.
But it's just like, he's just amazing after the catch. And it's just rare. The separation skills are unbelievable. Like, yeah, I mean, he dropped a couple balls here and there, but dude, some of the spectacular catches he made were unreal. I'm taking Odell, man. And I think that'd be a hot take because people kind of forget how good Odell was. A lot of the younger people, but I'm taking Odell, man. If Odell wouldn't have gotten hurt, man, the conversation we'd be having.
Trent,
you already know where I'm going with this.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Do-rag?
Yeah, like we had this conversation, Trent. It's like we watched the film. It's like watching Odell's like watching a juiced Jettas, a more athletic Jettas. It's like
Derrick Rose.
Watch your mouth, bro. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Do not call Odell Derrick Rose. Watch your mouth.
But like to me, like we watched that film and Odell just did everything better than Jettas, and he was just a way better athlete. So it shouldn't be a conversation, but like Donnie said, recency bias, and I think it's just Odell's injuries, and we haven't seen Odell at that form in so long.
It's a combination. It's a combination of the injuries plus, for whatever reason, during his New York tenure, the national media turned on him.
Yeah, so
no, they turned on him when he got to the Browns, man.
I think people forget.
It was before that.
They turned on him way before
I remember what Skip Bayless said about him. That was
Skip Bayless is an idiot, though.
Yeah, the national media turned on him.
Skip Bayless said Johnny Manziel would be bigger.
This is a great.
That's a cook. That's a cook. Yeah, I can deal with that.
That's
T-Mac, I can deal with that. That's fair.
Josh, who you got? Don't lie.
Huh?
Who you got and don't lie?
You said OBJ or who?
Jettas, who you got and don't lie? Looking at us. Don't lie.
OBJ, whatever.
Matt, who you got?
I got Odell.
Karen?
He's dead.
He's just sad with it. Yo, this mute gimmick is crazy.
Trent, super chat.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Shout
an
out my boy
interesting
Eagle. Shout out my boy Eagle Nation. Who's a bigger farm system for the Eagles? The Giants or Georgia? No cap, bro. No cap.
Hey, that's funny as hell.
I don't even know at this point.
That's a good question, though. Don't get
To this point, I don't even know. Like,
Saquon, Jalen Carter. I don't know.
Azeez Ojulari's next up. I mean,
it's just crazy, bro. Like, bro, Odell was so
he's
insane,
from
bro.
both. So hey.
Odell, direct, bro. Odell was so crazy, bro. And it's like,
Nah, yeah, watching that.
it's
shit
crazy, like to really like to think about people like really think that like Odell is that ass overrated. Like, that shit is sad. Like,
Hello.
Yo, Karen.
Hello.
You're shameless.
Karen is shameless.
Karen, you good?
Yeah, I had to talk to my dad. My bad.
All right. So, Karen, let me ask you something before I get my Odell take off. You still think Reek is better than Larry Fitzgerald?
I mean, I'm biased, so yeah.
Shameless.
I'm unbiased. Who's better?
Unbiased. Who was better?
Reek.
Oh, so you just think. Look at like he said bias to cover his ass. You ain't slick.
Hey man, he think Rick is better, bro. Trey, he can't. He said this last year. He said he
think
cleared Larry Fitzgerald. By the way,
clear is crazy. Now, if you say Rick is more dominant,
I'm gonna let you know right now. That boy Kieran up there in Pittsburgh smoking that Walter White.
Hey Trey, you said before the pod, don't piss you off. I'm not trying to piss you off, bro.
You clearly did the opposite.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh wait,
I feel like this entire episode, Trey's just been pissed off.
Bro, I genuinely believe, bro. I don't think there's 10 better than Odell. I'm so dead ass.
More talented. More talented.
As much as like as the best.
At the best of their best.
The best receivers
At
to
the
ever
best of
play.
the best. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think there's 10 better. And I know people gonna say it's a hot take. I'm wearing I got a Giants hoodie on. Oh, you're a Giant. Cool, whatever. Strong. I don't care. I don't think there's 10 better. I think Odell's like right. I think he's right like at the 10-9 spot. Like he's at the.
I was just about to say. I think you probably could get 10 better.
I don't think you can. No, I don't.
It's not definitive. It's not definitive.
I
don't think
you
can get 10.
You probably can't get more than 13.
You guys were talking about Odell.
Like if you're talking about guys who are at their peak, when you're talking about like the actual production on the field, then you start talking about the skill set, play strength, hands.
Bro, you gotta think, bro. The hand. The amount I can get the clips right. The amount of catches, the amount of catches I show Durag of what he's doing in game.
Just watch
the routes.
1,400 yards.
The routes and the separation
yards, 12 touchdowns in 12 games.
This is what I'm saying though. Like
in 12 games,
the amount of catches I can show people what he did
in the
game was crazy. The
separation
is insane, bro. Like,
has there ever been a rookie with like a decent? I'm not like a decent sample size that averaged over 100 yards a game.
Nah,
I do not know.
Bro, when it just come to, like I said, bro,
1,300 yards and 12 touchdowns.
I do know one, but you're not gonna like it.
12 games, dude.
Trent, you wanna Odell stat?
Wow.
You guys want to know Odell stat? Odell went to a team that had the worst passing offense. He made them an average passing offense, and they just had Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, I know. You talking about from 2013 to 2014 in 12 games. Bro, like I said, bro, like it's just his routes, unreal. Separation.
He would have hit 1.8 in his rookie year. That's wild.
Ridiculous. The hands is really he has top 10 hands ever. No question.
I think he's better than Justin.
He's a top 10 route runner ever that graces game.
Yes, that was the conversation we had. That was you weren't here, Karen. That was the conversation we had.
He's really a juice Jettas. It's like
he's a juice Jettas. I think he's better than Jettas. Clearly, I think it's not.
Like skill set wise and athletically wise, he's just better.
But I honestly don't think that OBJ is better than Javon Baker. If I'm being real.
All right.
Yeah, good rage bait. Good rage bait. Nah, but like I said though, Trey. Like I said, bro. Like,
hey, one was a 5-star.
Maybe Trey, you can get to like maybe 12, 11. But
that's what I'm saying.
No, hold on. But hold on, let me finish. Like that. I think me personally, once you get to like after like 9, 10, he's right there. Like he has top 10 hands ever. He's locked top 10, one of the best route runners to ever grace his game. He's one of the best yak players to ever grace his game. And everything that you also want to talk about being an amazing deep threat and what he can do when he was in his prime and how consistent he was in his prime specifically, because of course he got hurt and shit.
He was literally one of the best defense.
He was literally Like if Julio Jones, if Julio Jones and AB didn't exist, them years where he was going crazy, he's clear cut the best receiver in the league.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
and that shit is not close.
He also made Eli Manning have productive years where Eli was probably gonna be gone as quarterback.
He gave damn near Eli his best years.
The shit healthy Odell could do right now in this league, good God.
Shit, well,
his production.
If he didn't get the injuries, he's probably still a good receiver right now.
If he doesn't have the injuries, he's
Odell never gets hurt. He's a top 5 receiver.
This be year 12.
Bro, Odell never gets hurt. He's a top 5 receiver.
He's the same age as Devontae Adams, who is still an elite receiver, and Odell is like, I mean, he doesn't have the same skill set as Devontae Adams, but there are similarities.
Y'all know Devontae Adams is my favorite receiver in the league. He's better than Devontae Adams.
No. I'm saying that there's skill sets, there's similar aspects of it that Devontae is obviously still elite at, like the route running. So like they're both 32. Mm-hmm. Like that's like if it wasn't for the injuries, Odell is still an elite route runner.
Why can't
we? Hey, Trey, I'm making the same.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, is there like a way to ban comments? Like,
like what type of bro? I'm not gonna lie. Like,
can I answer?
No, because we got
we're not entertaining bullshit in 2025. Man.
That's right. Malik can have a better career than OBJ. That's 1,000%. Duh.
Yeah,
but like
he will never reach OBJ peak.
Because when you saying why can't Malik be better than OBJ, that means you would have to think that rookie Malik Neighbors is like viewed in the same light as rookie OBJ. And if you're saying that, you're a bot.
You're a bot.
Like, I'm sorry, like that's just not possible. Like,
I think unless Malik Neighbors has like Jerry Rice longevity, I don't think I'm putting him over.
I think rookie OBJ is the top 5 rookie season ever.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. It's the top 3 rookie season ever.
Who would you put in front of it?
Probably. I'm not gonna lie. It might be the best rookie.
Yeah,
season.
No. I was just about to say that.
He had 1,412 games.
Bro, he was on pace to have one of the best receivers.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it might be the best. Like you got him. Randy Moss season was OD.
Yeah.
And then
Jetta's
season was crazy. And then you got Jamar. Like I'm not gonna lie. He literally got the same amount of production as Jamar, and Jettis, and he did it in 12 games.
Dog, he literally could have been in his rookie season. He could have been top 10 in receiving yards ever in a season.
Like you got to think. Like I say a K in 12 games is amazing. When we do that, and Jettis had a K in 10, and Devontae just had like 13 games off of McKay. That's amazing, bro. 1,400 off 12 games.
Not to mention like 13 touchdowns, Trent. 13 touchdowns in 12
games. You know how much
13?
Yeah.
Dylan. Well, Josh, why do you think I'm so high on Odell the way I am? Like, bro.
The thing is, he didn't even start his first game, so it was really 11.
He didn't. I think because he came in with the injury.
Yeah.
Hey, Donnie, you got the tail list?
Yeah.
Let's run it.
What are our thoughts on 1988 Jerry Rice having 21 touchdowns in like 11 games? What about that?
He the GOAT for a reason.
He said 28?
Carry on.
He the GOAT. Jerry Rice the GOAT in checkers.
All right.
In checkers.
Get Randy Moss beat at your mouth.
He the GOAT in checkers. Chess.
That's disrespectful.
Give me Roman
Wilson. Wide receiver.
He the stick-em GOAT.
Nah, but that season's crazy too. Having like 21 touchdowns. That's the year that John Elway
John Elway won the MVP.
Yeah, that shit was shameless. They robbed Jerry Rice.
22 touchdowns in 12 games is fucking insane.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
That's 2 a game. That's
John Elway.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
That is ludicrous.
John Elway's dead ass out.
Say whatever you want about Jerry Rice. Like you can't put a tax on him.
I'm not. Nah, I just say he's not. I'm not. Okay. Let me just say this, bro. It's not about like me or Young try to hit on Jerry or whatever. I just think I thought Young was bugging, but like if you really start thinking about it, I think what he said last episode was crazy. Because y'all know, obviously, y'all know I think Randy clears Jerry. You already know I think that. But I don't think it's crazy to say like, oh, Jerry and Calvin is a conversation. Like I'm just being dead ass. I don't think it is. Just doing some rethinking about it. I don't think it is.
I'm sure.
I don't think it is. Like that's all I'm saying. I just don't think it is. No bullshit. But Donnie, I don't know if you hear. Probably not. Yo, Donnie, where you at?
I'm here.
All right, so Donnie, where we putting Aiden Hutchinson?
I mean, assuming he comes back from the injury, I do think he's an elite edge one. I mean, he was on pace to put up one of the better statistical seasons. And I mean, dude, he had 50 pressures in like 5 games. That's ridiculous. That's absurd. And he's improved the bag too. Like, my thoughts on Hutchinson coming out of the draft was just he was a high floor edge rusher. Didn't really know if he would ever hit that top 7 potential. And I think he has. I think he's probably comfortably in that top 7-8 range. Maybe even you could argue in near that top 5. I think this is fun.
All right. Trey, who you got? Who was that?
That's Alex Heisman.
That's Alex Heisman.
My goat.
He got so overrated at one point.
Shut up.
Alex Heisman is still a really good edge rusher, bro.
We'll go
Josh, you are one of those people who are overrated.
Yes. I had him top 10, top 15 last year.
Yeah,
he's still top 15. He's still top 15.
He's already near top 10.
He's still top 15. So I don't really care.
Edge too.
Oh.
Okay.
I
don't hate it.
Okay, so Matt, you got Matt, you got Aziz.
The high-end edge 2 behind Highsmith.
I'm sure.
That's surprising. That's definitely surprising because he can't even stay on the field.
I put him in the tier below, man.
I think when he's healthy, I think he's around that.
I mean, I'm assuming we're just doing this when they're healthy because that's the only way that I judge guys. So.
And now watch, he's gonna replace Josh Sweat perfectly and get double digit sacks.
Actually, no. Well, no, he's not because Josh Uche is there now too. So.
Josh Uche.
That's right.
I am sure.
All right.
Josh, who you got?
Baron Browning?
That is Baron Browning.
Oh, the hell? Mid to low end edge too.
Yeah.
Bro, Donnie, I love you, bro. Why are you putting so many of these names here?
Yeah,
that's a lot.
I didn't create this. I just looked it up.
Oh, you should change the names if you want to do it then. Change the names real quick.
Some of these guys we should skip. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, some of them are getting skipped. No question about it.
Okay.
I don't know these guys' faces. I don't know who the hell.
Get Brandon Graham.
Put him in retirement.
That's Boye Mafe next. That's Boye
Chandler
Mafe.
Jones.
I didn't make the tier list, guys.
I don't think Boye Mafe is.
On a real note, Chandler Jones, all right. I've heard him in a minute. He had a little wild out stretch. I ain't heard from him a little bit. He been a little quiet.
Most of these edge rushers we know. You may not
know the names, but the faces were throwing me.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I know here.
You don't know who's on the Seahawks, bro. That's light. That's Boye Mafe.
Yeah, that's Boye Mafe.
Left to right.
Yeah, we should give Josh this one. Just overrate him.
Just throw him mid to low end edge too as well.
Wait, what'd you say,
No,
Josh?
mid to low end edge too.
Boye Mafe? Okay.
Yeah.
So then Durag got Bradley Chubb.
Bradley Chubb?
Well, you gonna put him in booty?
In big 2025.
Damn near, cause is that too unknown? Cause nigga, you
booty is crazy. I'm not going.
Unknown. Cause he's gonna be on the field.
He was still productive this season. Like he had what, like 12 sacks this year?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yes.
This year,
bro. He was healthy.
He was healthy this year.
Yes.
I'm looking it up. Yeah, 11 sacks this year. Okay, Chubb. I see you.
Right, I think I don't remember him playing.
You want to move him up? You want to move him up then?
Hey, you move up a tier. You move up a tier since he was healthy this year.
Do you want me to put him above these guys?
I don't give a.
Wait, no, it wasn't. Wait, I'm tripping. No, he was not healthy this year.
Back down. I swear.
Yeah, I'm tripping.
You're
right. I am tripping. I am tripping. Yeah.
All right. Karen, you got Jared verse.
Oh, it's a demon.
Demon. So.
Let me go.
Chill.
No, like the thing is, I might be projecting with him. So
there's no projection. He's a top 15 guy as well.
Yeah,
no, but I think he could be like top 8 next year. So
yeah,
that's fair. I have him like top 14. So
I'll say good edge one for now.
Yep, I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
I don't know how much we're gonna put it in tier 1. So.
All
right, there we go. You got your boy Trent.
I got Brian Burns.
Oh, he's pretty good.
That's an interesting one.
He fake elite.
Nah.
Chill.
Whoa.
I would put him above Verse.
He be in that back half elite?
Nah.
Now it's
I ain't
not.
doing
Well, actually, it's still mad people. Though, so
I'm gonna say there's a lot of let's say
mad people. So I
there's
think
gonna be 4 elite edge rushers.
I think he's cool. I think he's
Like
clearly.
I'm personally like, do you think Brian Burns top 10? I don't. Like I haven't.
Damn,
I
he dropped the top 10.
There's so many.
If he's top 10, he's back in.
Like,
There's so many good edge rushers. There's so
like,
many.
I'll take Miles. I'll take Parsons, TJ, Crosby, Bosa. I'll take Aiden Hutchinson, Trey, Daniil, Josh Allen, Will Anderson.
Will Anderson, yeah.
And then I'll put Brian Burns.
Would you take Verse over Brian Burns?
No,
Yes.
I don't.
not right now. Not right now.
Right now? Okay.
I don't care. Verse or everybody.
I would.
Get his meat out your mouth.
No.
So trend right here, right in front of Jervis.
Yeah, top of a good edge one.
I'm not the only one who just.
All right, so Donnie, you got what? Bud Dupree?
No, that is Harold Landry.
Ew.
That is-
That's Bud Dupree.
That's
No,
Bud
Bud
Dupree.
That is.
Bud Dupree.
That is.
Madden legend.
No. Don't even rank him, bro.
Madden legend.
Bud Dupree is bad.
Bud Dupree, like, bro.
Bro,
Yeah, we'll skip Cameron.
Bro, he just runs into the tackle.
Just
no
put it like
back.
this, Donnie. Put all the top guys at the top right now, so we can get this over.
Yeah, like, all like the guys.
Like put Will Anderson to the front, Joey to the front, Rashawn Gary to the front, TJ Watt to the front. Like, you know,
Rashawn Gary in
Ooh,
2025.
you throw
Joey.
Sean Gary out there.
Rashawn Gary in 2025.
yo, don't yo, not too much.
I heard he's better than
Most of these
TJ
guys
Watt.
we know who. Here, we don't skip that.
Rashawn
Most of these
Gary's got
guys,
how to rush the passer.
all these guys we know.
Lucas Van Ness.
Okay, so from here, or from like, well, that's Adair Smith. From like here to here, we don't need the rest of these guys we know.
Yeah, we can rank everybody
all right,
else.
so cool. Who is it on? It's on Trey now, or is it on you?
I did Bud Dupree. So
All right, so Trey, you got Will Anderson Jr.
That's a dog.
Good edge one.
Where at?
I would actually put him behind Brian Burns.
Really?
I don't hate it. They're like same exact tier. Same tier. I don't care.
Yeah.
All right, Matt.
Hold on.
What was that?
Jason.
Chase Young.
Where did he? Wait, where was that 49ers dude?
Leonard Floyd?
Yeah, that's no. I thought that was Drake Jackson.
Don, that's in front of you. I'll choke you, slam you right now, putting that man in this list, boy. I don't care which.
I didn't create the list.
Man,
That is not, wait, Drake Jackson's not that
Isn't
dark.
Drake Jackson
Like,
like-
that's not Drake Jackson.
Then is it Leonard Floyd?
Bro, it don't matter. He to the back of the line. Let's get to
Yeah,
Chase Young.
you got Chase Young. You got Chase Young.
Bro, just put him in your booty. Like,
Huh?
Yo.
What are we doing?
Wait, what did he say?
I'm out.
What did he say?
Who's under
I'm
woman?
not gonna get
Damn.
mad,
He's not.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
He's
not
not
What
on the green.
Bro, Chase Young's just gotten to the point I just don't care about him anymore. Like,
And I don't, bro.
okay, fine,
You don't care. Just mean he's
fine.
booty.
Put him in mid, low, like edge 2, whatever. Like, I don't care about Chase
You better
Young.
put him at the top.
Yeah, sure. Like,
Bro, he's not Bud Dupree. Like, goddamn.
Bro, he's still a good
I
player.
don't even think Bud Dupree deserves to be on this tier list. To be fair, like,
I didn't create the tier list. Don't get mad at me.
You want to know what's crazy about this entire thing? Bro, Chase Young had almost like 70 pressures this year. That's like top 5.
Yeah, he was good this year.
Like,
I
what?
haven't watched like a lick of film since he was on the Niners, so it's like
Crazy work.
I love to have him back right now.
Yeah, fake guru.
All right, who's up? It's Josh.
It's
Josh, you
on.
got Daniil Hunter.
Oh, Daniil. Oh, yeah.
Hey, yo.
Like, that was the first one.
Relax. How many edge rushers would you? Okay, can I ask a question though?
We're not rating that over it.
Before I proceed, how many edge rushers do you guys think we're gonna put in the league? How many?
There should be like, I think there's gonna be like 5.
I think there's
gonna be 4 more.
I think
no, there's more than 5.
I think there's like 7.
7?
Probably.
I mean, when you really think about it, yeah, kind of like.
Oh no, man.
Because I think if we're doing like 8, because I have Daniil Hunter at 8 probably, like off the top of my head, I'll probably put him like top of good.
Okay.
Like I think he'll probably be like the best out of good, or like second best, depending on where we're putting a certain guy who's about to get paid soon.
Yeah, we'll get to him.
Or traded.
Yeah. All right, you got DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah, he's an individual as of late. Mid to low end edge 2 at this point. He's older. Yeah, that's about fair.
Alrighty. Aaron, you got George Karlaftis.
I don't want to be nasty, man.
You better say something. Ooh.
He was
He was good.
Yeah, I'll say high end edge too.
okay. That's fine.
All right, I
You
got.
want Rashawn Gary, Trent?
Yeah, put him at good edge one.
Where at?
Damn.
You at the back.
Yeah, he definitely in the back. Damn. Yeah, in the back. Trey, you got. Is that
this is Harold Landry.
Yeah,
no,
that's
I was looking at Chop, but
Oh yeah, this is Chop.
That's too. I mean, that's always gonna be like too early, right?
Yeah, I think this is.
You know, Chop had a good. He was solid this year, but that's gonna be a little too early.
I mean, Chop Robinson, Micah Parsons, Abdul Carter, they all have the exact same face. So
That's insane.
am I lying? Am I lying?
And now that you say it, they do kind of all have.
they do kind of look kind of similar.
Yeah, I'm not saying that to be one of those, but like
They all look. They do. They all. I ain't gonna lie.
They breed them the same over there, boy.
They do. No troll. They do.
They all come up looking the same with the same number. Noted.
I'm gonna rank Harold Landry.
Booty.
It's either booty or it's here. I'll be nice. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, we're gonna respect the top 15 run defender.
I'm gonna say too early on Chop.
Okay.
That's fair.
All
Is that Greg Rousseau?
Matt,
that's
you
Greg-
got
that's Greg
Greg,
Rousseau.
Greg Rousseau.
Greg Rousseau. Put him in low end edge one. That's a good
Yeah.
spot.
I agree.
Cap that off.
Josh, you got who's that?
That's Tyree Wilson.
Brother.
He unknown. Unknown.
No, your booty.
Right, it's known. Like, they get known at this
It's
point.
Josh's turn. You want to put him in booty?
Put him in your booty.
Okay.
Is that Calais Campbell? Who is
That's David Collins.
A linebacker?
He plays edge rusher for the Cardinals, dog.
Nah, do it to give him Montez Sweat.
And that's why your defense is ass this year.
I'll give you my. Yeah, we're gonna put him. He's not good. I'll give you Montez Sweat.
Ooh, Montez Sweat is low. I mean, yeah, low end edge one. Yeah,
Ahead or behind Greg Rousseau?
I would lean ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll lean ahead.
Okay.
Just for
this, I believe, is that Will McDonald?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah,
That's Will McDonald. Yeah. So who's up?
It might be too early for him too.
Yeah, you're up. Yeah, I think it's too early too, but
What's up? Who I have?
you got Will McDonald.
He showed like some flashes this year. But like, let's say high end too, I guess.
Okay.
All right, we gotta fake hurry this up. So
Yeah, I'll skip some to the end. Okay, Trent, you got Jalen Phillips.
I think he's
unknown, bro.
He's
nice, but he's always
unknown because of the injury though.
That's really all it is. But like when he's
unknown.
When he's on the
put a lot to an unknown too.
Yeah, that's Jermaine Johnson.
I wish he didn't get hurt. Damn.
Yeah, he's unknown too. I mean, he's just hurt all the
He's
time.
really an unknown because he got healthy. So
Yeah.
Joey Bosa in
No, that's right. You got Joey Bosa.
I know where he's going to be.
Wait, yeah, where's Nick Benito on this list?
There's some guys missing, like Nick Benito, Dorrance Armstrong.
Zach Allen. I don't think I see Zach Allen on here. Y'all just said fuck the Broncos. Good guy.
Zach Allen's not an edge rusher.
At this point, I would say. Joey Bosa.
Zach Allen's a 3-4 end. That's not an edge rusher.
Yeah, he plays inside.
Ah.
Yeah, at this point, I'm gonna say Joey Bosa is low end edge one.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't say low end edge too.
Oh, chill, Durag.
I don't think
Louis in 2025, bro.
I don't think he's fallen off that far, but I will say
I think he's like as a rotational guy. I think that's what he's supposed to be at this point. Like a great, like one of the elite rotation.
Yeah, he really just worse than Keon White, but I mean, shit.
All right.
All right, Maddie, you got Josh Hines Allen.
Oh, okay, Josh Hines.
Better be up there, bro.
Okay, so he's definitely going to be in good edge one. I think, yeah, put him put him at the top of this list, to be honest.
The very top.
That's fair.
That's
Yeah.
I might leave Danielle, but
it's not in my perfect order, but like, what can you do?
That's fine. All right, Durag, or no, is it no?
Josh.
Josh, you got Josh what?
Josh Sweat. Like I'm trying to think of guys he's better. Like I think he's better than everybody in high and edge too, except the one. But I wouldn't put him there, given like how this list is shaking out.
So
yeah, put him somewhere in low end and Edgewood. I don't care where.
Okay.
Because we're gonna do bumps after, anyways.
Who's that?
All right, Trey.
Why is Josh Uche on this list?
I didn't make the list.
Put him at the bottom. Trash can.
We're gonna put him in booty.
I got Kayvon.
Bum ass nigga.
Yeah, you got Kayvon, Trent.
Low end edge 1.
Patriots fan.
I'm sure.
Low end edge 1.
Low end edge 1 is crazy.
That's nice.
My bad. I'm looking at my phone. Nah, he high end edge too.
Okay, that's fine.
He's better than Aziz though.
I mean, Aziz should even be there, real talk, but I'll do bumps after.
He
should not be.
All right, I'm up. Am I up?
Yeah, come on, we gotta get through this. So,
all right, I'm up. I got Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack is still like
he's still nice.
He's still
he's
good.
Really nice.
Is he a good edge 1?
Yes.
Yes.
He's better. I think he's
better.
Better
You're not putting him in the same.
Yeah, he's better than he's
I
better
don't even
than
know what.
he's better than Rashawn Gary.
We gonna do bumps.
Okay, Dallas Turner unknown,
Yeah.
and then we got Quiddy Pay.
Who's doing Quiddy Pay?
You. Pretty sure it's on you, Matt.
Yep, you're up, Matt.
For me, okay. Quiddy Pay, I'd say put him at the back of high end edge 2, I guess.
Okay, that's fine. All right, Josh, you got Matt Judon.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Be nasty.
Booty.
What is there to be nasty about? The guy's not a good football player.
He's booty.
I mean, no, I'm not gonna put him. Just put him bottom of mid to low end edge too. Like, I'm not gonna put him in booty. But he's just not good at football anymore.
All right, Durag, you got Max Crosby.
Top of the tier 1.
Good cook. Good cook.
All right, Trent, you got Micah Parsons.
top of tier 1.
Good cook. Good cook.
Ahead of Crosby.
Ahead of Crosby.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Bro, really, that group of Crosby, Bosa, TJ.
Put him behind Max.
Fine, Max.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with that.
All right, I got the most obvious one.
Top.
Clear cut number 1.
Clear cut one. Clear cut. And then who's after me? Matt, you got Bosa.
Ahead of Hutchinson, below Micah.
You're sickening.
Preston Smith.
We're not doing that.
Come on.
Yeah, I'll here. Let me grab TJ Watt real quick. All right. Who's up? Matt, you got TJ Watt.
Oh, I mean, I just went, but I would actually love to do
Oh,
TJ.
shoot. I'm sorry. Then who is it?
Josh.
Josh, you got TJ Watt.
Actually,
I got TJ.
Josh probably got the same as me. So
This is so tough.
I think I'd put him.
Yeah, right there. Probably.
I'd put him like probably right.
I don't think he's better than Crosby.
Like, I think here's where it gets complicated, right? So when I'm talking about like Max, TJ, Micah, and Bosa, right? Like, out of that cluster, Max is the best run defender. Then it's Nick. Then it's TJ and Parsons. Like, Parsons is the worst run defender out of all of them, but he's also the best pass rusher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's super hard to rank.
That's why I lean Bosa over Parsons.
That's why I have them all like the same tier. Like, they're all super close.
Yeah.
They're all close. Like, I think all four of these guys are
Like, you just
close.
yeah.
And then Garrett's obviously number 1.
Yeah, you could just slide teacher right there for now.
Right here? Okay.
Just keep him there for now.
Alrighty. You got Trayvon Walker.
You said what?
No funny shit. I mean,
Yeah, I got Trayvon Walker.
Durag does.
Oh, Derek, come on.
I'll say low end edge 1 in front of Bosa.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then last one, Trent, you got Trey Hendrickson.
I got who?
Trey Hendrickson.
That's a demon.
Is he better than Daniil?
Yes.
Ooh, I
I
think
think
so.
yes. I think
Yes.
I think you're down there put him elite as one. I wouldn't be mad at it.
As long as he's at the bottom, yeah, no, I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
I'll put up. I don't know if he better than Daniil though. Nigga, Daniil is a demon.
I wouldn't hate it.
But I think Daniil is the best out of all of the good edge ones though. Damn. So just for this, I'll just say put him behind Daniil.
Okay. Any other edge rushers worth ranking?
Nah.
I'm gonna put
We forgot to put Nolan Smith on this list, but it's
here. Let's just pretend Brandon Graham is Nolan Smith. Where would you guys put him?
No.
We're
just
No. For real though. Where would you guys put Nolan Smith?
High end edge 2.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Where would you put Nick Benito?
Low end edge.
Low end edge 1.
I think I put him around like
For sure in front of both. I ain't gonna lie, he in front of
He's way better than Joe.
He's a front of Rousseau to me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, Vance made him look a lot better than he actually is, but he's definitely still really good.
Okay.
All right.
Any bumps or are we all good?
Johnny, do your bumper quick.
Who am I gonna bump? I'm gonna bump. I want to be nasty. I'm gonna bump Rashawn Gary down to lower end edge 1.
That's being
You
nasty.
could even go lower.
Yo, Josh, chill.
Who remember the Rashawn Gary over TJ Watt days?
Yeah, shout out Lucas. Shout out Lucas.
I'm gonna ask Lucas after this. What's his name? After this stream, how you feel about Rashawn Gary being worse than Khalil Mack? So, Matt, what you doing with your bump?
Put Jared Verse. Just bump him 2 spots up.
Above Burns?
Above Burns?
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that.
Okay.
Josh?
Move Aziz down below. Who? Am I tripping? Who was that behind Boy Mafe? I can't see.
That's DeMarcus Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Oh, DeMarcus Lawrence is up there? I mean, shit. Up. Yeah, put Aziz right there.
All right, and Durag, what's your bump?
I bumped Micah behind Bosa. That's what I do. Behind Bosa in front of Hutch.
I think this looks not bad. Not too shabby.
I like it.
So I'm messing with it. I think this is pretty cool. All right, though. Chat. Appreciate everybody that came out, tapping in with us. Again, apologies for the Kyle show again. A lot of people couldn't make it. We're gonna try to do the show on Saturday. Try to do Doak Walkers. Playback Friday. Gotta think of one. It might be.
It might be Cam Allen.
Cam Newton and Josh Allen.
It might be Cam Newton and Josh Allen.
Just to show the people, because we don't watch Cam Newton's 25th, and y'all know I love Cam Newton, but like Trey was dragged, so that might have to be the film room. Keep tapping in all the socials, and yeah, man, we'll catch up. We out. Peace.